Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your native uncle. Today we're going to talk about Man City. We're going to talk about Pep Guardiola. Don't be shocked. This is a United channel, but we'll be talking also about other teams, our rivals, our competitors, top 10 teams. We'll be also talking about them, teams which are in the Premier League. So today I'm starting with Manchester City, the downfall of Manchester City. Just give me a bit of a time. I'm going to talk about Pep unwanted records. I'm going to talk about Pep Guardiola, poor decisions, and also, is Pep Guardiola overhyped? Is he overrated? Give me a bit of your time. This is your United uncle. City have been doing well under Pep Guardiola, even before Pep Guardiola. They've broken a lot of records. Most points tally, most goals, most wins home. They've broken almost every record available. Most consecutive wins of the Premier League, that is 4 in a row. Pep Guardiola, as an individual coach, he has won a lot of trophies, more than all the Premier League coaches in the Premier League currently combined. I don't think there's any coach who has won the Premier League who's there now. No one. It's not there, but the last one was Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp have gone. So Pep have won a lot of things. But this season, it hasn't been good for Pep Guardiola. As we speak, they're just fresh from losing against Real Madrid. They won back-to-back Champions League matches, which is 3-2 at the Etihad in Manchester, 3-1 away at Bernabeu in Spain. So they lost carries of an aggregate of 6-3. That it cemented a record of 13 losses in all competitions in a season by Pep Guardiola, and we haven't finished. We are left with about 13 or so games in the Premier League, and Pep has already got 13 losses in all competition in the Premier League. Pep Guardiola has had a lot of unwanted records, losing 5 in a row matches, including being beaten 4-0 at home by Tottenham, including also being beaten by Arsenal 5-1. Those are the biggest losses of the season. They also lost at home to the current Manchester United, which is not doing well, but we managed to win at the Etihad. We remember cases of that late Amad Diallo goal and a Bruno Fernandes penalty. You still remember that game when we won 2-0. City, they're out of the League Cup. They lost to Tottenham in the League Cup. There's a lot of wrong things which has been happening to Manchester City this season. Even Pep doesn't know what's happening. They can blame the injuries to say they've been having a lot of injuries, this and that. But to me, I can put the injuries, but I can say it's a poor decisions and overconfidence. Pep have been confident, everything was going on well. I can say the rate of which he releases players, good players, comparing with the rate which he brings in other players, it's not balancing. He releases a lot of good players, even to rival teams, and he doesn't bring in the same replacement because he just believes that he doesn't need a big team. He doesn't need to bring in a lot of players at the same time. But we can start the downfall of City, as in sending away good players, the likes of Yaya, the likes of Kuno Aguero, Zichenko, the likes of this one, Sterling, all those guys. They went some time back, but when they went, they were on their prime. You have released Kevin Phillips, you have released players like Nasri. I've talked of Kevin Phillips and Nasri. The same, because they have commented about their height and body-wise. They are not fit enough to be Manchester City players. Those are some of the mistakes. But if you talk like that, the respect which the players give you, it goes. That's my take. Also, it has been decisions which are wrong, which we're building bit by bit, and those decisions now they've come to roost. Whatever bad decisions Pep was going, Pep Guardiola, the genius, the so-called genius. Some people say he's the best coach, but me, I don't say he's the best coach. I say he's got good tactics and is overly rated. Pep Guardiola coached Bayern Munich, a very good Bayern Munich. It was doing well. He coached Barcelona with Messi, a very good Barcelona. It was doing well. He came to City. He found good players and he added good players. He hasn't faced difficulties. He hasn't built a team like, let's say, people like Mourinho. They go to Inter, they do well with Inter. He go to Real Madrid, he do well with Real Madrid. He go to Roma, he do well. He go to Chelsea, FC Porto. That is a tip of a coach. He comes to a team and he build it up. Now Mourinho is at Fenerbahce. He's doing well again. That's what I'm saying. But Pep Guardiola has always have good players and is backed by the team. He's always won things. He's always have star players in his team. Starting Messi, Barcelona, Eto'o, the likes, you name it, Xavi, Iniesta, there's a lot. You go to Barcelona. Barcelona was having good players. Robben, Ribéry, the list is Basten, Noah, the list is endless. Good players. Come to City. City, we can't talk about, won't sleep. We can't talk about the players. You know City, you have been doing very well with very good players. So I think the decisions of letting good players go bit by bit, bit by bit. Like now we've seen in the past 3 seasons or so, you have let Ikai, he went to Barcelona, he let him go. Mahrez, he went to Saudi Arabia, he let him go. Laporte, he went also to Saudi Arabia. Cole Palmer, you see Palmer, he's playing very well at Chelsea. He let him go. Julian Alvarez, he let him go to Atletico. Now recently, it's Kyle Walker. He let him go again to AC Milan. There was, who's that one? Cancelo. He went to Barca. He went to, is it Bayern? You remember Cancelo? Pep let him go. There was a disagreement. There was also a disagreement with the keeper, with Ederson. He was supposed to go, but they managed to negotiate. They managed to talk through about it. If you compare the players which have gone season by season, and you compare them to the players which he has brought in the last 3 or so seasons, there's what do you call that guy from Croatia? Gavidao. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know, he's a defender. He brought him at a good money. He brought in Doku. He brought in Savino. Even Grealish was the other notable person he have brought in the seasons which have passed. It's not a lot of players to write home about. It's just a few. Maybe he released 2, 3, you bring in 1. This season alone, he only signed Savino. Only. Because he thought his team is good enough. But he believed in the junior players. We've got Rico Lewis, we've got Oscar Bob. There's that guy, it's called Pose, which he started but he's not playing. Makati, all sort of junior players which he put in bit by bit. But they are not doing enough. They are not doing enough if you compare with the players which have left. So these records which Pep Guardiola is facing now, he has forced him to act in January. For the first time in history, Pep Guardiola have acted in January because of wrong reasons, because of wrong records which he has been breaking bit by bit. In January, he managed to buy 4 players, First time in history, Pep to buy 4 players in January. And if you compare with Savino, which came in the summer, it means a total of about 5 players he brought this season. Mamush, Kusanov, Gonzalez, Victor Ruiz, 4 players which he brought to try to sort out this issue. Pep was not concerned about bringing a lot of players. If you don't want, you go. If you don't want, you go. Recently with Kauka, he went. There's a disagreement. He doesn't beg you. He just believes he's the greatest ever. You are the one who want to play for City. Not like he want you to be. Now I see they put like a 10-year contract, 9.5 for Haaland. But now they're putting Mamush in place of Haaland. I don't think Haaland is happy that he couldn't play at Bernabeu. If he's not injured, with my sources, I haven't heard that Haaland was injured, but he was on the substitute bench. It's another problem which is going to happen for Haaland. Watch this space. So, my question to you guys, before I conclude this, do you think Pep Guardiola is overhyped? Is he such a good coach? If you give him like a Bournemouth or you give him like a Aston Villa, can he produce the same results like what Unai Emery is doing? Or he's just an overrated guy who plays if there's good players only? That is my question. Is Pep Guardiola a very good coach that you can rate him as the best coach? Or he do well because he's got the players and he's supported? He's always coached the best teams. Bayern, Barcelona, now it's Man City. Do you think that Pep Guardiola is the best coach out there? And what do you say about the problems at Manchester City? If you liked more of this content where I talk about other teams which are not Manchester United, please feel free to comment. Feel free to share, to like, to subscribe. This is United Uncle. I'll meet you tomorrow when we are talking about Manchester United versus Everton. What we expect. Thank you.